The story of Cecilia Huertas Gallegos begins on a seemingly ordinary day in July 2019. A devoted mother of 4, Cecilia was known for her warmth and love for her children. She left work that afternoon to go home, as she always did. But something was different this time. Cecilia never returned. The seemingly mundane details of her day unraveled into a dark, baffling mystery, one that would confound authorities and devastate her loved ones for years to come. Cecilia's sister, Mireya Lopez, was the first to realize that something was terribly wrong. After repeated phone calls to Cecilia went unanswered, she went to her home. The children, confused and frightened, said they hadn't seen their mother since she returned home earlier that day. Mireya's heart sank. Where could Cecilia be? It didn't take long for the police to get involved. The investigation began with standard missing persons protocols, but as detectives dug deeper, they realized this was no ordinary case. Surveillance footage confirmed that Cecilia had indeed come home, but there was no evidence that she had ever left the property. From the beginning, Cecilia's husband, Reyes Gallegos, became a focus of the investigation. Known for his temper and controlling nature, Reyes's behavior in the days following her disappearance raised many red flags. Friends and family members recounted instances of escalating arguments between the couple in the preceding months. Further suspicions arose when detectives learned that Reyes had disabled the security cameras in their home shortly after Cecilia was last seen. In the hours that followed, receipts surfaced showing that he had purchased items such as shovels, cleaning supplies, and trash bags. When confronted, Reyes claimed they were for a home improvement project, a claim that many, including law enforcement, found implausible. Despite the mounting circumstantial evidence, there was one glaring problem with the case. Cecilia's body had never been found. Without a body, investigators faced significant challenges in building a case. This critical gap left room for Reyes's defense team to argue that there was no concrete evidence of foul play. Was Cecilia simply a woman who decided to leave her life behind, as Reyes suggested? Or was this a calculated attempt to cover up a crime? The absence of Cecilia's body became a point of contention in court and in the media. Debates raged about the limits of pursuing justice without tangible evidence. How far could circumstantial evidence go? Was it enough to convict Reyes? Cecilia's sister, Mireya, became the heart and soul of the fight for justice. She refused to let the case fade into obscurity. Mireya organized searches in remote areas, distributed flyers, and held vigils to keep Cecilia's memory alive. Her determination was a poignant reminder of the human cost of unsolved crimes. Mireya's advocacy also put the spotlight on the justice system itself. How could someone be charged with murder and yet remain free under house arrest? The decision to allow Reyes to remain at home with GPS monitoring outraged the family and many in the community. Was this justice, or just another example of the system failing the victims? As the years passed, Cecilia's case remained a haunting reminder of how fragile justice can be. The trial, which has been delayed several times, has yet to provide the closure her family so desperately seeks. Meanwhile, Reyes Gallegos continues to deny any involvement and maintain his innocence as the evidence against him mounts. For Cecilia's family, the pain is compounded by the questions that remain. Where is Cecilia? What really happened that July afternoon? Can justice ever be complete without finding her remains? This case leaves us with troubling questions about justice, family, and the limits of our legal system. How much weight should be given to circumstantial evidence? Can we trust the system to hold perpetrators accountable when crucial evidence is missing? And most heartbreaking of all, how do families find peace when the fate of a loved one is still shrouded in mystery? As we reflect on Cecilia's story, one thing is clear. Her family's fight for justice is far from over. The determination of Mireia and others ensures that Cecilia's voice will not be silenced. Until the day her body is found and her killer is held fully accountable, this case will remain an open wound for those who loved her. Cecilia Huertas Gallegos was more than a name in a headline. She was a mother, a sister, and a friend whose life was cut short under tragic and suspicious circumstances. Her story is a call to action, a reminder of the countless unresolved cases that demand attention and advocacy. If you find this story compelling, please consider supporting our channel by subscribing and sharing this video. Together, we can continue to shine a light on these critical cases and ensure that no victim is forgotten.